The shotgun blast ripped through the night like a freight train. Karen slumped in the dirt, gas can slipping from her fingers, fire leaking at the barn's corner. My heart thundered so loud I couldn't believe it was mine. Horses panicked, cars stamped, and IJ Russell stood there, frozen, shotgun still smoking, thinking, this is it. Headlines were already forming in my head: rancher executes HOA president at midnight. But none of them would know the story behind the shot, the months of creeping chaos that led here, and how it all started long before that night. I didn't grow up itching for showdown. Sunrise Valley was home first to my granddad after the war, then my dad, now me. A rescue ranch, horses, cattle, stray dogs nobody else wanted. Quiet, simple, peaceful. Until Karen Wallace moved in. Lexus SUV, 6 tiny dogs, clipboard always in hand, spouting about community standards before she even unpacked. You know what I mean. That's always the first red flag. She started small, fines for manure piles, for fences too high, horses unseemly. I played it polite, cleaned up, got the vet to sign off on my animal's health, even trimmed the barn's edge. But Karen wasn't interested in peace, she wanted my head on a platter. Warnings posted on my gate, the barn, even on hay bales, calling them visual nuisances. She said my ranch decreased property values. I laughed. My family's been here since before Barney was a thing, but she scribbled notes and threatened zoning records. There were trucks in the driveway, cameras in the trees, even someone cutting my electric fence. That night 2 cars escaped. I chased them down in pajamas, and there was Karen in the patrol car reporting me for public endangerment. Officer Blake, bless him, let me off with a warning, but I knew then, she was gearing up for war. Then came the vandalism, tools stolen, red paint smeared, HOA sweep across the barn wall. No one saw anything. Karen denied knowing a thing, but I didn't sleep, locked every gate, set up trail cams, motion lights. It got worse. One night at 2:13 a.m., Ranger, my German Shepherd, started barking like crazy. I grabbed my shotgun, ran outside, and saw Korenga's can in one hand, lighter in the other, heading for the barn. Flames were already flickering. She screamed, "No more animals on my street," and flicked that lighter like she meant business. I squeezed the trigger. Not thinking. Just fired. The bullet hit the leg. She dropped. I didn't want to kill her. I just wanted her to stop. Cops arrived in minutes. Karen moaned about attempted murder. I dropped my gun and stayed calm. The barn only got partially burned. Ranger barked loud enough to wake me in time. 2 days later she filed suit for emotional trauma, attempted murder. I was astounded. The woman set my barn on fire with a gas can, and now I'm the criminal. That's when I decided 2 things: document everything and go public. I pulled county records. Sure enough, my ranch out-opted from the HOA when my dad voted it out in the 90s. All her fines, all her notices illegal. My lawyer Linda, tough as a Texas oak, filed harassment and conspiracy countersuit. But gossip sticky at the feed store. People whispered about me being a redneck trigger-happy rancher. Then Miguel and Brittany, new neighbors, knocked on my door with muffins. They'd been bullied too, threats over parking, backyard fences, even complaints about yard art. They'd started a petition for Karen's removal, with 40 signatures. Relief washed over me. I wasn't crazy, I wasn't alone. But Karen fought back. Her lawyer painted me on local TV as violent, threatening modern standards. Then Karen's nephew, Thomas, knocked on my door with a flash drive recordings of her and her HOA body sharer, laughing about touching barns, setting up accidents. That audio was surreal. Linda looked at it and said, "We go to court now and we win." But then it got ugly. Dead chicken and goat lined up on my driveway, a note threatening more if I didn't drop the suit. Rat poison near water troughs. Bullet through my kitchen window at 3 a.m. They were playing hardball. Officer Blake stepped up patrols and told me, "This isn't small-town barbecue gossip anymore, buddy. This is intimidation, maybe worse." Linda subpoenaed HOA emails found notes between Karen and Treasurer Richard Connors arranging cleanup operations. Read, more than HOA fines. "We found Richard's white van down by the barn the night of the first fire. Belonged to his security company. Big red flags. Just when I thought it couldn't escalate, further, boom, a nighttime fire. Armed trespassers broke my barn gate, tried to pour flammable liquid. Ranger backed them off, I fired a warning shot. They fled, but someone dropped a sheriff's badger. Connors, Special Reserve Deputy. Holy hell. I called Blake. He promised his department would investigate. We've got snakes in the system, he said softly, but he had a plan. We went to court. Judge Brina was no nonsense. She smashed Karen's lawyer over forged signatures. My dad died in 2002, yet paperwork claimed he signed in 2005. Then she had the audio, the emails, the badge. Before the trial ended, she stripped Karen of HOA power, launched a full criminal investigation. But the best moment I'll never forget when Karen tried to climb into my field wielding a crowbar and police arrived in time. She was arrested that night. Evidence, bolt cutters, gas cans, aerosol cans, even her own HOA written a cleanup plan. Her treasurer, Richard Flick, testified. Cheryl confessed. HOA board fell apart like a house of cards. Karen got sentenced 18 years for arson, conspiracy, intimidation. Barn was rebuilt. Volunteers came from across the state. National media showed up. All because one rancher stood his ground. But that still. It wasn't the end. An anonymous donor, Thomas Brennan, gave 300 acres to expand the rescue. We added therapy programs, horses for veterans, kids with needs, local rescue groups. Sunrise Valley didn't just survive, it thrived. Children laugh in paddocks, rangers snoozers in the shade, horses graze on pasture that struggled under moonlight not so long ago. Every time I walk past the bullet hole in my kitchen wall, I remember, some storms come to destroy you but others come to clear the path. Now, I don't just own a ranch, I have a community. But here's where it gets sticky, and this is the part one wants you to wrestle with. Was I justified? Or did shooting that woman cross a line? Did I take justice into my own hands, or did the system refuse to help so I had to? Drop a comment. What would you have done? Was it justice, or vigilantism? Like, if it resonates, share this story of standing up, surviving, and rebuilding. Subscribe for more stories that make you question power, fear, and what it takes to protect what you love. And remember, sometimes the only way to fight fire is to stand in the flames.